In this second workshop that we have on funnels, and remember, funnels are a great way to capture leads, and inside Zenler you can create a myriad of different funnel types. But in this workshop that we're going to run at the end of this little bit of a talk on this vlog is going to be a more advanced way of using Zenler. So we're actually going to create video inside of one of the funnel steps, and we're going to send people to that actual page for people to view and pick up a PDF. We can capture them at the second step of the funnel, and the first step of the funnel will be an introduction, a way of warming them up and getting them comfortable enough to put their registration details in the second step of the funnel. If you want to know how this is all done and you want to read the blog post on funnels in general, check out the link in the description. And now enjoy this workshop. Hello guys, so this is part 2 of the quick and easy funnels. So today what we're looking at is customization made easy with Zenler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick up what we did yesterday, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today so that you guys are all aware of what's going on. So yesterday we created this lovely little funnel, happy dogs, 3 tips for training. So we set up the funnel, we used the basic template out of Zenler, and we set up this funnel, and it's basically an opt-in or registering, and then it goes straight into a thank you page. Now I also wanted to deliver a PDF, so I didn't put the deliverability of the PDF inside the funnel at the beginning. What I did was I send it out by email. Now yesterday I told you the reason why I do this. I do it because then you're not going to have the thank you page where you can download the PDF, because people can put fake email addresses in and they can grab it, and they can also share that link so people can just jump in and grab your PDF for free. So I don't have that. I never put that in there at the beginning of the funnel steps. I always put it in to the email that goes out, because that way you can guarantee that it's going to go out to a legitimate email address and they're going to pick it up from there. So let's have a quick look at the funnel. So we've got 2 really simple guys today. We just got this simple funnel that we created directly inside Zenler using Zenler's templates. So you can click this, you register, you click this, and you go through to a thank you page. So let's have a look at the thank you page now, which you go through to. Yep, and it says here what to do next is go to your inbox, check spam folder if you do not see the PDF guide. Yeah, if you do not see the PDF guide. So the PDF guide has been sent out by an email that has been triggered when someone signs up, and in our automations here, this is where our emails fire out from. So inside here you can see I've got grab your free PDF, and then I've got a link there to the PDF, so to guarantee. So that's really simple. Okay, so let's have a look at these pages. Look, they are a little bit kind of not a lot going on. Can't really, you know, I can put my logo and I can customize this however I like. Now Zenler has some really good templates already built in that you can pick, and you can just modify them like I have this one, and you have a funnel system working in a few minutes. But if you want to spend a bit more time and you want to create something that is truly magical, then you can inside Zenler. So I'm going to take you through what you can do to do that. So we are going to jump into this. I'm just going to flick up the Facebook page and see if I've got any viewers. Sunday's always a bit quiet, especially at 10 AM in the morning. So guys, if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, definitely watch this till the end, or even skip to the end if you want to know, right? And I'm telling you now, if you want to know how to create a funnel system that you can do lives to. All right, it's a bit more involved. It is a workshop. We have the workshop zenler.co/wow. Okay, WOW. Okay, so I'll put the link at the end anyway, and I will drop it into the chat so you guys can see that link inside there, and then you're ready to go with that workshop. So guys, even if you can't attend the workshop, which is happening on 12th of June, you can still register and see the replay, so you can still get this really good content that could help you out. If you're running lives, you definitely want to do this, you know, because it can open up. You might choose not to use it, but it gives you that opportunity to see how you can do that with a funnel system. And what's more important as well is after you run the live, you can turn that same funnel into an evergreen or a ongoing funnel system where you have the pre-recording as a replay page. Now, not only that, when you're running the lives afterwards, you can send a link out to that replay page for people to watch it that didn't attend. Okay, so that's another good thing. So that's what we're going to be doing on the 12th of June. All right, so you can see all details about it. I just posted the link up there. It's workshop on workshop, and we might be using this as an example. So this is like a foundation, like the quick and easy stage 1 was how to set up a quick opt-in with a thank you page with an email that fires out with a PDF. Very simple. But now we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to be creating something that looks a bit better. Now, what you're going to see here next, right, is what I'm going to be giving away inside of the workshop. All right, it's a template package. So another reason to sign up. All right, so if you see this and you're interested, sign up, because then you can get this free template package, which will make life so much easier for you. Right, so I'm going to jump to this screen share. So this is the free template package, okay, that you can get if you registered zenler.co/wow. And we're going to go down here. We're going to get to here. So what I've done here is I've set a template up for you that you can use. So you're going to get a template on Canva that's going to allow you to drop in your own graphics and lay things out the way that you want to for your funnel to look. So you're going to notice that we have our logo here on the left hand side, and then we have the main tips. Now, I'm not going to grab this and turn this into an image. I'm only going to turn this into an image, right? Because this can be text inside Zenler, and I want to keep it as text because of flowing. If I lock it to an image and we bring it down on a mobile, it might be too small, but if I've got it as live text, it will flow. Does that make sense? Also, it's better for search engines because it's got live text in there, and search engines can read that. Although you can put alt tags or you can label what the image is, it's not going to be as good as this. I can make this an H1, I can make this an H2, etc. So it's better for search engine results. Underneath, I've got this little black thing that says form here. So this is what our funnel system is going to look like. The opt-in page is going to be this, and it's going to go straight into a form. And then we're going to use the basis of this to create or clone a thank you page. So opt in here, thank you page based off of this, right? So a little bit of juggling around, but we've got it in this template. Now, what's good about this template is 1920 by 1080. It's too big height wise, doesn't matter. Inside Zenler, I can crop it, okay? So not a problem. So next down here, what I have is I have a simple, so this is what we've got at the moment. This is the simple layout. Now, I've put it in here as a Canva template, but you could do this as a Word document. It's really up to you. It's just to get the idea. What it means is that if I create a new funnel, I can add additional steps. And you're going to see me do this today. So I can take this, for instance, and I can take this and I can copy it, and I can add an additional steps. Now, what's good is I'm laying this out in a text format based way. So it means that it's very clear for me to see what's happening in my funnel steps. Like, clarity is everything. Planning is everything, especially when you get to more complex funnel systems. Okay, so we're going to be building from this, but for now we're going to use the information that's in here and this design. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to output this, and we're going to just amend what we've already got in our funnel. So we're going to make this look like this. All right, so let me just jump into Facebook. This is an interactive session, guys. So I have one viewer in here. I have Tracy in here. Tracy is in here. Brilliant. Right, okay, Tracy. So Tracy Browning is our long arm quilt specialist, and she's mega helpful on the group. She's been with us for years. She's been in loads of workshops. Pretty much I can't remember a workshop she's not been in. So she really takes learning very, very important, and even if she doesn't use it, she likes to know about it. And what you'll find is she's very knowledgeable on the platform, even though it's not her thing. You know, she's got her own niche. So she helps people out all the time because she's picked up all this knowledge from all of these workshops she's done. You know, okay, I'm sure you've forgotten a few, haven't you, Tracy? Because you've done so many. She was on all the Sunday mentoring sessions that I was doing, and she's been in just all of the workshops. She's always there. So when the time works for her, because she's Australian, so sometimes our evening sessions don't work for her, but she's really, really helpful. And she asked a question yesterday, Tracy. So Tracy, today we have a special spotlight, and we're going to call it Tracy Browning Special Spotlight Sunday bit. All right, so what she asked was like, is there a way? She has a real pain because she clones funnels, and then the links don't work. So when you do steps between funnels, the links don't work. So I'm going to show you an easy way, and I've not tried this, but I know it'll work. So I'm going to show you an easy way to be able to make it so that if you clone a funnel and then the links will all work still if they go from one funnel step to the other. Okay, so what was happening before was it was changing the URL, which changes the next step. I'm going to show you a way that we can do this, and Tracy, you're going to, because you already know this, I'm sure you do, but you're just going to be hitting yourself on the head when I finish this. So if you don't manage to stay to the end, make sure you watch the end part, which will be that, and I'll timestamp it for you, Tracy, if you can't stay to the end. All right, brilliant. So let's begin. Okay, so we've got this. All I want is this graphic to put into the page. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I've designed it in here, is I'm going to say, right, okay, so I want to know what this background color is. And I'm using the free edition of Canva. And I've done that on purpose, because if you're using free, you can still work along with this. If I was using our pro account, I would export this out as a transparent PNG, which means there would be no background color, and it would means I could change the color easily with every time I do this. Yeah, so let's now take this, and I've labeled it page 2, funnel asset page. Notice how I label in Canva the pages, not the first one because I'm not using that, but this one here, page test template. So I label all my pages, because then when I export them out, this is the file name that it gives them. So I used to just do them and not put the labels in, but then I'd have page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. It would just come out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't know which one they were. So if you label it in Canva, a little tip, it really helps you speed the process up for that. Okay, so inside here we have this, we have the names inside here. Okay, there's our names, and that's our name there, and I have got this blue color in the background. Now in Canva you can just select anywhere on the page, not here but anywhere where there's not an asset, and you can change the background color. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get this blue into the template. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to copy this hexadecimal number. It's just the color code, it's a web color code. Now I'm going to jump, I'm going to leave this page open here so you can see the changes. Now I'm going to jump into the funnel steps, and we're going to start to do this. We're going to build it out. So I'm going to go edit step. This will open up our page editor, and I'm going to create a block above this block just to show you the difference between the two and how quick it is to put a graphic in there and a form and the text. So I work quite quickly, and I work in a very methodical way. You won't see me jumping around too much. I'll just go in one page and do these things. So this is the form as we've got it at the moment. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a block at the top. So I'm going to go empty block. I'm going to drag the empty block in here. Now I want to put that hexadecimal color that I copied into this area. So I'm going to click, I've got nothing in here, no rows, it's just an empty block. I'm going to go to the settings on the left. I'm going to go across to the background color, and inside here I'm going to paste that number, and straight away you're going to see that it will now appear exactly the same color as our Canva template. All right, That's the first step. Second step, I need to have 2 columns, 1 row. Graphics on the left, information on the right. Simple. So inside here, I'm going to add a row, and I'm going to add a 50-50 1 column. Okay, that's the first bit. Now I know in my Canva template I've got 3 lines of text. This. Okay, I'm going to copy this first row of text. I'm going to jump back into here, and I'm going to make that an H1 heading. Okay, now H1 headings are important for search engines. Okay, so H1, H2 through to 6 take priority over normal body text, and when I mean normal body text, I just mean normal text element. Okay, so if you're trying to get better rankings, it's better to do things properly. So just remember, heading is going to go into H1. So I'm going to click in here, I'm going to go to heading, I'm going to go H1. Okay, now I'm going to double click inside here, and I'm going to paste that text. Now I'm going to format it. So I'm going to go into here, the little settings icon. I'm going to change the color to white. I'm going to go and put this into the same font that I used, which I know is Open Sans, and I also know that it's a black. Now, because I want it uppercase, I'm going to go down to text transform, and I'm going to go uppercase. There we go. I'm also going to make this slightly bigger, 45. Now I'm going to drop another element in underneath, and this will be an H2 heading. There we go. I'm going to jump back to my Canva, and I'm going to grab this text, copy, and this is in the yellow. Again, you can sample that yellow if you want to get the exact yellow by clicking in there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to choose a yellow. Okay, so now I'm just going to choose a yellow inside here, and you're going to see it's going to start to develop and look more like the Canva template. Now, of course, you can carry on tweaking this around and make it look as good. I'm going to take the spacing at the top and the bottom to 0, and I'm going to do the same with this as well. Okay, and you can really do this to pixel accuracy. Okay, so next I'm going to jump across and grab the next line, which is this, and I'm going to, now this part of it I don't really need as an H heading, so I'm just going to use a normal text to do this. So let me jump in here and add another text element inside here, which will be text, and I'm going to come in here, put that in there. It's a bit small. Let's put it into a grey. Text transform, I've got it uppercase, and let's make it a bit bigger, and I want to make it bold. Okay, so I can play around with these, and I can make them a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. If I want it a bit tighter to that top line, I can put a negative value in the spacing, -5, and you're going to see it will jump. And I definitely want this one a bit closer, so I'm going to put -10 in here. Okay, and that looks better, and I want to make sure that's white. Okay, so that's the first part. So now I've just got to get my image over here, and I've got to drop a form in underneath and put any other text that I've got in. So I'm going to refer to my template here, and the opt-in says this. So I've got some content going in here, so I'm going to take this. This is why it's good to have a little template, because you can set this up before you start your work, which is very good. I'm just going to check the Facebook group now. Got Francis in here. Hi Francis. I know Tracy, but I've shared it. Don't worry, good for picking me up. So hi Francis. Yeah, good. Right, let's jump back. I've got my Facebook page open as well, so I'm looking now and again. So guys, if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat. Right, back we go. So now I want to put that text in there. So I'm going to grab that text. So remember that I'm using it from that template that we created because it's just really handy. And every time I create a funnel, I can just create a new text that goes in there. And it means that it's all very clear for you to be able to see. So I can put something like that, and then I've got something. So now we need our lovely image. So you see how we built all this? It looks similar to this here. Yeah, okay, this is a bit bigger, but I could go full screen. You can really make it pixel perfect, but I want to make this as simple as possible by showing you 1 row, 2 columns. Okay, so now I've got to get this image into here. So I'm going to go on this template. It's page number 2. I'm going to go share. I'm going to go download, and I'm going to go JPEG, and I'm going to select the page. So I'm going to turn all pages off. Just select that one page, funnel asset page. Notice, same. I'm going to click done. It will then download it, and I can snip it and crop it inside Zenler. So I'm going to put that on my desktop. There it is. Done. Right. Let's go and put an image into our page now. So I'm going to go add element. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to upload an image. There it is. I'm going to click open. It's going to ask me to crop it. At this stage, I want to crop it. This is what's great. I haven't got to use any external cropping tools. I can just use Zenler. So I'm going to go in there, and I'm just going to crop this into position like this. That looks good. A little bit of air around it. And I'm going to go upload with crop. And bang, it's going to appear in here like so. There you go. That's the first stage. So looking cool already. Now I'm going to create a brand new form. So I'm not using any of this. So I'm going to come into this bottom block, and I'm going to delete it out now. I'm going to click delete. I'm not even going to put the footer in there. And there we go. And I'm actually going to take this. Notice that you've got this. If you click and drag with the left mouse button, you can bring it up and down. So I'm going to bring it a bit closer to the top, like so. And this bit I'm going to bring down. So you're going to notice when you get to the end, when you drag, when you get to the end, if you catch up with the end, it kind of stops sometimes. So I've now got a nice big blue area. Now the reason I do this is so that when I go into the page, it will be, all the page will be that blue. So now I've got to put a form in here. So I can choose where to put a form. I can put a form underneath, or I can put a form inside here. And for this instance, I'm going to put a form in here. So I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to go to form, and I'm going to drop a form in here. Okay, there's my form in there. Now I don't like the position of this. I want the dog higher up, level with this top. So I'm going to click the row, just hit settings, and down here you can see vertical alignment. I'm going to click top. It's going to jump up. That's better. Okay, so now I can follow along with how I want my form to be set up. So down here I've put submit button. It says learn these skills. I'm going to copy this. So it's handy to have this sheet because you can just jump back to it and put this information in. So I'm now going to go into this little button, and on this side I'm going to put in the text label this, and I'm going to go to action. And this time I'm going to go to a link. All right, so I'm going to change the color and style. I want it to be in an orange color here, and I think I want this a bit bolder because it needs to stand out. That's good, and that is done. Good, everything's working in here. A little tip now that we didn't do yesterday: if I want to tag users coming in on this workshop so they get a little tag when they enter, I can add a tag here. If I've got email lists, I can put them into an email list here as well. Okay, so your choice. I just use tagging. So I'm going to call this happy dog. So I'm going to put HBD, and then I'll put hyphen and then 01. So you might have a code for your funnel systems. It's up to you. And then I'm going to hit enter. So if it creates this extra little taggy thing, just get rid of it. But remember to hit enter, otherwise the tag needs to appear in there. So I've got post at submit action. I want them to go to the thank you page. Tracy, pay attention to this bit. This is the bit that will save you when you clone having to re-put the link in on the button. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. So normally you can go to next step and that would work, but for Tracy, because she's watching now, I'm going to go to the link, because this is what she's doing internally when she's linking funnel steps together. So I'm going to go to the link, right? So it's going to ask for a link. So to get the link, I want them to go to the thank you page. Remember, they've filled out the form, they've been tagged, the email's gone out to them, but they're going to need to go after they click the button. You want them to go to a nice page that says thank you, you're registered. Okay, so the thank you page is here, but I am going to, normally what you would do, and what you would do, Tracy, is you click copy URL, right? And then you would go back to the page and you would go, yep, that's the URL to the thank you page. Thank you very much. After they submit the button, they'll go through to there. Okay, Tracy, here we go. You ready? I'm just going to check if she's ready. She's listening. Right, you're listening. Okay, this is really easy. You're going to love it. You're going to be going, what did I do? Right, okay, so in here, when you create and clone a new funnel, what happens is it will give it a new URL. Now that's the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to use relative URL. Okay, so instead of having this part here, link zenler.com, where it gets to the first funnel, so I'm going to start deleting this out, and where it says here /f, I'm going to leave that as it is. So now if you create a new funnel and it's got a completely different URL, it'll always have the /f/ and then whatever the page is called. In this case, happy dog, you know, free tips. So then it will go to that page. So you might have to be a bit more generic with the end part. Okay, URL, you might want to call it funnel and then step 1 and then keep that the same throughout, but that will then keep that connection because it's relative to it and it's not using the URL as an absolute link. Okay, so that's just for you, Tracy. Try that, that works. So I'm going to go back now to this next step because that's the easiest one to do, and that will work with any funnel. Okay, but Tracy's talking about internal pages, so this part is just for her. Okay, so I'm going to click save to this because this is done. We've got a nice form, and we're going to go and refresh this page, and we're going to look at what it looks like now. Look at that. Does not that look much better? Of course, you can put more information down there if you wanted to as well. You could even shorten the height of the page in here if you wanted to as well. If you want to keep that kind of a line, which might look better like that, save it. You can go into that page again. You can click preview there to preview the page. You can refresh it here, and then you're going to get this. I think that looks better rather than all that blue. So that's what we've got. We've done that first page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save myself a lot of time by cloning a page. So this thank you page we've got set up, I don't want to go through and have to do the same as what I did just a minute ago. That's crazy. I can clone it and make my changes. Yeah, so Tracy's going to test that out. Brilliant. Don't leave me though. You're still here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clone it because I don't want to go through. I don't want to have to drop the image in, set this text up again. It's a bit boring, isn't it? So I can do two ways. I can open it up and copy the code, or I can clone the actual whole funnel. It depends how far you're down the line. So for this, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be showing you later how to add a pre-video in before they go into sign up. So for this particular one, I'm going to show you the copy method. Now this will work if you're on a free plan. If you are on the pro plan, you can, pro premium, you can save the block out. Okay, so you can save that, and then you can pick that block inside of your block sections inside down here, custom blocks. It'll appear in here and you can drag it straight in. You can see I've got lots of custom blocks, but I'm going to show you the free method if you're using a free plan. So go to the right hand side, pull out this little code tag. Click it. This will open up a load of code and you'll be like, oh no, what have I done? Don't worry. All you need to do, press Control A on the keyboard to select it all, press Control C. Okay, that's all. Then click cancel. All right, so we save that code. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the thank you page now. I'm going to click edit step and I'm going to replace this and just put thank you and then drag the text, use the text that I've already got. So really easy, drop an empty block in and I'll copy the code over straight on top of that empty block code and that block will go and be in there. You're going to see it in a second. Okay, good. So I'm going to go into blocks, empty blocks, drag this up here. Got an empty block in there now. I'm going to go over to the code block. Where I've got this code in here, I'm going to press Control A, delete it out, press Control V to paste that code back in and click save. And bang, there it is. So I don't need the form in here, so I'm going to select the form and I'm going to click delete. And then I'm going to take this text and I can literally just drop it where it needs to go from this block. And then I'm just going to go in here, change this to a text color that's going to work, and you can format it how you like. I'll bring it all up. So I'm just doing some placements now, and inside here let's put it into the yellow. I quite like that as the orange. I'm going to leave it as the orange, put it into a black, move it a bit closer there and there. And now this bottom block, now I've got that text across, I'm going to delete it out. Then I'm going to delete this out, and I'm going to just make this left aligned as well. I don't like going from like center to left aligned to center. It just looks a bit scrappy, so I try and keep it all that's okay because it's the top bit. Do you know what, actually I do want it centered. But you can see how that saves you a lot of time by going in and just copying those block codes, and how quickly from the Canva template you can turn that into something that looks a lot better. So if I save that now, our automations still work. Yeah, so we can go and preview this. So this is what we've got now. So we've got these two pages. We've got this first page, they fill in the details, they get tagged, and then they go into the thank you page there, and then the email fires out into here, which takes them to the, let's open that up, you can see there that takes them to the free PDF. So that all works fine. Okay, so that is how you do it. That's how we can design our thing up. But how can we make it just better? Like maybe I don't want to send out the PDF in an email. You know, maybe I want to have that PDF in a page. Maybe I also want to have a video in there. So how can I do that? How can I change that across that? So we can easily do it, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a page. We're going to keep the page, the opt-in page. We're going to keep the thank you page. The email that goes out is going to send them to the third step into the funnel. So we're going to create an additional step. Inside that step, I'm going to put a video, and that would be our training. Okay, but also I'm going to put a button in there. It's going to link to the PDF. That's the PDF that we normally sent out by email. Now I can do it at that stage because the email's gone out. Only people that have registered have got that email with that link, so they can click it and they can go into it, and they can then watch the video and the PDF and see the PDF. So Tracy said Tracy's still here. Custom blocks are fantastic. So yeah, you saw we can save the blocks if you're on the Pro and Premium, because I know Tracy's on the Pro, and if you are a free user you can use that copy the block section. Okay, so I've given you that option. Pro users, if you're watching this and you're like, what is save blocks, I've shown you. Okay, you can Google it, Zenler saving blocks, and you'll get our support documents. You can follow along if you don't understand. So let's move on to this next thing. So I am going to change this a little bit. We're going to create an extra step. We're going to base it off of what we've already got. All right, so we're going to go to our screen share again, and inside here I have this thank you page. Now I could choose either one of these pages. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the clone step. This is going to be where our video is and where our button to download the PDF is. Okay, so we're going to click clone. We're going to give it a nice groovy name down here, like something like live or the training. That's groovy, isn't it? Not. Okay, /24. Right, okay, so I click update. So you're going to see it says thank you here. Sometimes this stays as thank you, but I'm going to just call it step 1. Okay, hit that will change. Okay, so we've invented a new step and it's a clone of this page. So I want to refer back to our Canva template because it's important that you know what's going on, and I can show you inside this. So what we're going to have is we're going to have this, and we're going to have this third step, and this is going to be where the training. So this is changing now from a simple 2-page funnel to a 3-page funnel. Okay, what I'll do is I'll clone it so I can name it. So 3-page funnel with PDF and video. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. Right, so each of these 1, 2 is a step. I'm going to bring this across, and I don't need to do a lot, it's just for visualization for you guys. So I'm going to call this workshop plus PDF. Okay, and down here I'm going to put really simple. Okay, enjoy the workshop and grab the PDF. Of course, you can add whatever you like. So we've got this top bit, it remains constant throughout everything we're doing. We always make sure we keep the titles and any subtitle strap lines or anything that we've got in there the same on each step. You just you don't want to be changing it, giving it different names as you're going through, because people get confused. So if you keep it the same, then people know exactly what's going on. So we're going to have 3. That's our step 3 of the funnel. So that's this step here. So we're going to go and edit this. So let's edit this now, and we will drop in a video. I've done some handy videos for you already, just like 2 minutes before we came on air. And here we go. So this is the page. Remember, this is step 1. We're not editing the thank you page. So let's do this. So what I want to do is, I think I'm going to have the video as full width here. So I'm going to go in and drop a new row, and I'll do it full width here. And inside here I'm going to change this to your training. Again, you could copy this from the Canva template. Let's go and grab that code, and I'll choose one of these, doesn't matter which one. Okay, let's drop that down there, and I'll delete these out. Okay, and my video is going to go in here. So let's choose a video. I have a video on my desktop. I created 2 videos There they are. So I've got a pre-sign up and I've got the training one. I'm going to tell you what the pre-sign up one's about in a minute. So let's click that and click upload. It's a very short video, but this would be your training video for this page. So once it's uploaded and dropped in, there it is. Okay, don't worry about this. It means it's processing. It's uploaded to Vimeo and it is processing. Okay, so I want to now do the PDF, so I'm going to clone this out, drop it down here, and we're going to go handy PDF guide. Okay, let me check Facebook, see if there's any questions coming. So yeah, custom blocks, fantastic. Francis uses the default blocks. Yeah, Francis, it's good to use the default blocks. Sometimes because of the way they're set up, they've been set up in a specific way, and sometimes they cause problems. So understanding and knowing how to do your own custom blocks is the preferred method, in my opinion. You'll notice that every single workshop, I'm sure Tracy will back me up, that I always am creating custom blocks. I am always building from scratch, and I do this for two reasons. I've got complete control over design. Of course I can look at the blocks and say, oh, that looks nice, I'll do something the same as that. But the other thing is that I have control over it, and I know what all my settings are, and I know what I'm putting in there. So for me, because I'm a little bit of a control freak and designer, this is what I do. But I understand custom blocks, templates, really good for people. They can throw them in. Just got to watch that you don't look the same as every other person's site. Wish we could categorize them in the library. Yeah, I know. Well, actually you can. You can, Tracy. Absolutely you can. You can tag them. You can tag them in the library. Have you not been doing that? Maybe I'll jump to that. Yeah, you can tag all your media. I've been doing that. Sometimes I'm a bit lax with it, but I'll quickly show you. Oh, right, okay, so I will show you. Right, give me a chance. I'll just no, she's not going to give me a chance. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Right, well, you have to. Right, okay, so we're back on this page. I put the handy guide. So now what I want to do is I want to connect this up to the same link I used in my automations, really. Right, so guys, let me go and show you the tagging. Right, so if you go to the site and into the media library, I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to grab the PDF link. Do you remember in the first video we had that link going out in an email, and we grabbed it from the share? Okay, so we went into here, we changed the share to anyone with a link can download, right? And then we copied it, and that was our link that went out in the email. So we're going to make sure that we put the link in on the button. So on the button on this page, you're going to go and you're going to put the link in there. So go to link, you're going to open that in a new tab. All right, that's that. You upload the video into here, which we did. Yeah, you saw that part, up putting the video in. We did that. Okay, and we put the link in there for the PDF, and then we can preview this and make sure it works. So if I save it and I preview it, then inside here we can click this and we check that it's actually going to load that PDF, which it does. So that works, and we watch the video in here and we see that that all works. So this is your base checking at this stage. All right, so tagging inside here, Tracy, is you can select your media, and you can see I've already done some, which I did just now here. So you select those, you go into bulk action, add tag, and we're going to go, let's just call it Tracy. Okay, and I hit enter and I hit add, and now you can see I've got two tags, Happy Dog and Tracy. And if I wanted to remove the tags, I can do the same. So I can go in here and I can go remove tag, and I can go Happy Dog, which comes up when you start typing it. I can click remove and it will remove them. Now you can use the filtering up here to filter it. Understand the tagging? Yeah, Francis, so you can bulk tag. In fact, you can do that with students as well. So I can't go into that section because I've got actual live email addresses, but you can do that inside of there, and pretty much everywhere inside the system now you've got this ability to bulk tag. So you could also like select here and you can go, oh no, it's not in here. Normally we can go in here and we can select all to bulk tag, but they haven't put that feature in there. I know you can do it with the people section, but you could go like this, you could select them out and you can tag them. And it's a really good way to find media, because you know that you can find certain types of media in here, yeah? Sorry Tracy, 2 seconds. So inside here you can look and you can just like, I just want to see the images that are on my site. So you might want to see the images, and then you might want to use you might want to select a tag that's inside there, so like Tracy, so any images with the tag Tracy, and then they appear inside here. So I'm not sure it works inside, I know what you're trying to get at, Tracy. I'm not sure it works inside the page editor for searching for an image. I think if I click in here, but maybe it does, I don't know. It's an interesting one. No, it's a good one though. It's a good, let me just put, no, that will check Pixabay. What about upload? No. Yeah, I see what you mean. So it would be handy to have that feature about search inside there, wouldn't it? More CRM based, but that's an interesting one. I haven't been able to search there. No, not for a tag. Obviously you can search Pixabay, yeah, Francis? You can go in there and search on the Pixabay site. I have hundreds of images and I have to scroll forever to find the early regularly ones used from the beginning. Yeah, I know what you mean, because I have the same. I know exactly what you mean. You know what you could do? Why don't you just look, let me just show you something. Going off on a tangent because we've got a part 2 of this coming up. So let me just show you something that might well work for you. If you go to here, add an image, let's just say we're going to grab this one of Christy that's running a workshop for us, right? So if you opened up, you've got the editor open. If you now go into the media library and say for instance you tag them in here, you could go and you could grab this image. So if I want to swap it out for say this workshop and workshop image, I can go into here and I can copy this, right? And then I could go into the page, go to settings, so you could have 2 tabs open, go into settings here, and then I could select all, I could delete it out, and I could drop this in there. There you go. How's that? Did you see that? There's a little bit of a lag on the stream, I think. That works. A few extra steps, but it works, yeah. I know, yeah, it works because I showed you, Tracy. I just showed you. So, but I understand. Interesting. Right. Well, I'll share that with. Yeah, I'll share that with. I'll share that with the dev team. Maybe it's something they can. I mean, remember we are redoing the page builder from the ground up, so I think there's going to be a lot more of this stuff that we can add in there. But I do agree, it's not something I thought about a lot, but it definitely saves, because sometimes like I use the same image and because I can't find it, so, but I've got all my stuff, I know where all my stuff is on my desktop, so I just grab the image and upload it again. But maybe that's not the best utilization of the platform, you know. If there's a way that we can quickly be able to find media, and that's the whole reason we put the tags in there in the first place. So I agree, I agree with you on that. So guys, let's move on. So like I said to you before, when you've done your page, let's go back to our funnels, and when we've done our page and we've got our page that we've created, so we dropped a video in there, we've put a button in there, I showed you how to get the PDF link, all very simple. You know, we clone this step, okay, you can clone this and then reuse it. So I cloned a step like this, you just click the clone button. If you didn't see it, guys, I can just go into edit here, and then I can just delete out the bits I don't want, because this was a thank you page. So I just went in here and I just deleted out the bits I didn't need, and then I just added a single row and then just put my video and my text in there. All very, very simple stuff. So I went in here and I deleted it out and then replaced it all. Okay, so that's what we did to get that page. So I can delete this out now, I don't need it anymore. And we end up with this, which is a full page. So what I need to do is put that into the emails now. So I grab the link there, I go into automations, I go into our email, and I've already done it in here, but you then alter this email, you then select the text, go in here, edit the link, drop that link that you copied inside here, open in new tab, click save, and then you test it, always test it, save the changes, and then we go preview and we make sure it's going to that correct page. So when someone registers, they will receive this email, and when they click the link, they're going to go to the right page. This is the email that they're going to receive. Obviously you put more information on there, and that's it. So now what we've done is we've converted a opt-in and a thank you page, and we've turned it in to now a 3-funnel step where they opt in, they go to the thank you page, thank you, an email will be sent to you providing you information to go to the link, and then we've got a 3rd step of the funnel there. But I'm going to make this even more complicated, because sometimes, right, I don't know about you, but sometimes when you turn up on a page and you think, they just want me to sign up, you know, I know nothing about this, there's not enough information on there, I want a sort of personal welcome into this funnel system before I give my valuable email address. So we can do that. What we can do is we can do an introductory page before they go into the opt-in funnel. So we've only got to add one more step to this, but this step is going to be an introduction to your funnel system. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this again, and we're going to change this. So I'm going to go to this one here, I'll just work with this one, notes. I'm going to call this a 4-page funnel. I haven't got to change the automations or anything, everything can stay the same. We're just putting an extra step at the beginning. 4-page funnel with intro and PDF and video after. Okay, so let's take this, let's move it all down. This is why I like working in this way. It just means that I can sort of work in a way that's going to be very efficient for me. So I'm going to change this, I'm going to change this to 2. I'm not touching these steps, I'm just doing this as a visual guide. So this is going to be now going to be a 4-step funnel instead of a 3-step funnel, and number 1 is going to be the intro. Okay, we can leave it the same. So they're going to go into an intro, there'll be a button here which takes them to the same. I can leave that the same. Let's put it interested. Click me. Okay, So let's jump into the funnel system. Hopefully you're sort of getting the idea of how versatile Zenler is with how you can add and change things around. Right, let's go into the funnel step. Now I want it to be an introductory video, so I'm going to take this one which has already got a video in it, and I'm going to use that as my basis for the first step. So I'm going to click inside here to clone this. I'm going to click clone, and I'm going to make this the first step in the funnel. So I'm going to drag this up the top. So I've now made this one the first step in the funnel, and it's got the video. Ooh, where is it? Oh, there it is there. Let's drag you. Oh, it's not letting me. Crazy. I thought I could move that straight to the top step and it replace it, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. We can change this. All right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone that second step. So the first step is now going to be the second step, and this bit here is going to contain the video. So I can take this and copy this. So I'm going to open this up and we're going to do that copy code thing. So quickly in here, once this opens, I'm going to copy this code across. Okay, and I'm going to go in here. I'm going to copy this code, Control A, Control C to copy. This is exactly the same as what we did before. And now I'm going to close that tab down. And I'm going to go into the first step of the funnel, which is a clone of the video page. And we're going to swap it out. So it's the clone of the opt-in page, sorry. Let's open that up. And this workshop that I'm running today with the first workshop are going to be combined together. I'm going to edit them down and they're going to be on our YouTube channel, guys. So if there's any missing bits, they'll be added in there, just in case, because I had a little bit of a screen share moment. Okay, let's say that we've got the video in there. So let's now welcome people in. Let's put register to learn more, and then I'm going to be changing this. We're going to change this text, and I'll take that copy inside here that I've got. That's good. Interesting. Click me, and that link there is the wrong link. I need to be going to the next step in the funnel. So the next step in the funnel is this here. I'm going to put that into here, get rid of it, and I won't open in a new tab. I'm going to click save. Now I've got to change that video, and I have two videos. I've created a video already. I created a pre-sign up video here, this one here for you, and this is simple. It just goes in here and yeah, so that's just a simple video there. I'm going to swap it out for this one. So I've got this video, going to go in here, going to click the little thing there, going to click the upload video, and I'm going to drag that into there and click upload, and this will be an intro. So now people are coming into the funnel. This is the part that you market. People come in, you're welcoming them into the funnel system before they've registered, and then they click that button, they go through, and then they register, and then the email goes out to them, and they go to the page where the training is, and it's simple as that. Click save, and we've got to test this all works. So I've just uploaded it, so if it processes this, I'd be surprised. Nope, taking a little bit of time. I just want to click this button and make sure it works. So I click this, it should go to the registration. If I fill this out, it takes me to the thank you page. Let me just test this. As Tracy's here today, let me put Tracy in there. That should take me to the thank you page. I should also be tagged when that's, oh, see, that's why you should test it. That's why you should test it, guys. Why is that not working? Because we changed the order of the tagging. We changed the order of the funnel steps. So I need to just quickly go into here. This is why we test everything. The thank you page, I'm going to copy that URL. Remember, it's next step, but it gets disabled. So I'm going to go edit step, where we've got that button. Come on, post submit action button. We want to make sure it's going to the right place. Post, go to next step. I'm going to put go to link. Click save. For funnels, I generally turn off the reCAPTCHA in here. Okay. If you start getting a lot of spam coming, you might want to reactivate that. But generally, I turn it off for this. And there we go, we're now on the thank you page. So I will have been registered in that funnel and I will be tagged as well, because I put the tag on that button. Remember, on that button there's a tag. I will have also received the email. So I'm going to quickly check that I've received the email. So I'm going to jump into my email, and then I can show you guys as it's working. So we've created a few variations. We took that first one, which is just a PDF that goes out in an email, and we would just concentrate on making the design look good, which we did. And then we took it a stage further, and we decided to create a third page where we put a video and the PDF grab, and then we changed the link in the automation so that it goes to that new page. And our third variation was to put an intro before you go into the sign up, which can help people be comfortable with you, and you're warming them up basically. So now I've received the email, you can see it there. So this is the email that would go out if they signed up. They would click here and they will go straight into this workshop where they can grab the PDF and watch the workshop. So finally, I want to show you the tagging that's happened in the system. So if I go to leads, you're going to see that, and I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'm just testing that there's no email addresses shown, which there's not. Okay, so if I go to leads, it'll open up as a new tab, and you're going to see in here our latest one, which is Tracy, which says Happy Dogs. We've got Tracy there, and we've got Happy Dogs -01, which was a tag that we used in the form there, HPD01. So it's tagged that user in there. You can see that they're in there under that, and happy days. And that is it. So guys, did you like that? Do you like these workshops, these live stream workshops? Next time, I think what I'll do is I'll actually do it. At the moment I'm doing it through OBS, but next time I'll do it through Zoom, and I'll put a link in here. That way you guys can jump in, because it's always good to see you all. Good to see you, Francis. Good to see you, Rachel, as well. watch this. I'm going to be editing this down because there was a major mess up in the middle. Going to say something else then, but there was a mess up of me doing my famous not screen sharing. Tracy's going to start producing some quilted dog jackets, guys. So if you're interested, right, I think she's selling them around about £2,000 each, and she'll be bringing those out in maybe the next month, I think. So quilted, handmade quilted dog jackets, right, and she's working with Agnes on that. They'll be on the market very soon, and we'll run a special live to show them. All right. Yeah, I understand, Rachel. Well, these are impromptu. I just decided to do this because I saw some questions going to the Facebook group, and sometimes it's really handy because like questions come up, like Tracy asked a couple of questions, so I'm able to go in and try and address those questions. So these impromptus I think are quite good. Generally we like to give you time, but what I want to tell you about is a workshop. We've extending on this. We've got a workshop that's coming out on the 12th of June. Like, even if you can't attend, right, sign up, because I'm going to be giving you templates that you can use. The template that you saw in this I'm going to be giving you, okay, which you can use. You can use that. You can drop your own graphics in, you can change the text, and you can use the same methods that I used in this workshop to make things really quick. But in this workshop we're going to be taking it a stage further. So we've done 3 variations in this basic workshop. In the one that we're going to be doing on the 12th of June, I'm going to be showing you how to do lives. So how to run it as a way of capturing people for a live that you're going to do. Okay. On top of that, I'm going to be showing you like how we can convert that to an evergreen funnel as well. So how it can be converted to an evergreen funnel that can be a lead generator that you can just leave to make leads for you, that you can then contact and warm those people up. So it's a really good one that you guys need to get involved in, and I'm going to put the link in the description. I'm going to put the link in the comments, and then you guys can go to it, and it's really easy. Zenler.co/wow. And I'll put that in there, and I'll show you the workshop as well, so you can see that it is the right page that you're getting to. And I haven't even put much of a description on what we're doing, so I'm sort of telling people that this is what's going to happen, and turn up because we're going to be showing you how we run our lives. So this is the workshop here, and see how we at Zenler run our workshops. There's going to be a lot of little things going into this. There's be a lot of questions asked, I'm sure, on the live, and it's really a way of, this whole thing is a way of making the experience for your users as frictionless as possible. Okay, there are some caveats on the method that we're using here. There is some things that maybe you would want that don't show, but I'm going to tell you why it's good to do this and why it's good to do it this way for lead generation, because you'll be capturing, even if people don't turn up to the lives, you're still capturing their email addresses, etc., and you can still email them and warm them up to make that sale. So guys, hope this has been of interest to you. This has run for an hour and 11. I think yesterday it was about an hour long. So that's good. So are we good there? Lots of webinars, workshops for other companies. This time we're sorted out doing it with yeah. So, you know, Rachel, it's going to be good for you. I've just shown you there. So like if you guys have been here, I know Tracy, I know it's after midnight because you're in Australia, but watch it. I will be, you know, I will have the replay link going out to you. I will post after the event in the Facebook group, so if there's any questions coming in afterwards, you can go on there. And I'd like people to try and create a funnel based on the workshop. even if it's one of these simple ones, because I'll be setting a form up where you can submit your funnels. And what we're going to do is, if you create a funnel, doesn't really matter if you create one earlier, like you've got one now, you can submit it. And I want to start adding the funnels that you guys create to the showcase site. And I also want to start promoting them, that this is what you guys have been using Zenler for, and these are the funnels that you created. So we want to get a whole thing built around how the marketing tools are helping you guys to get leads and get more sales. Yeah, so, but I'll put a post in there anyway, Tracy, Rachel, Francis. I put a post in the group, and if you ask any questions, then I'll answer them. Yeah, definitely. So great. All right, so hopefully I've answered quite a lot. Tracy says she's got a big question already. All right, put it in here. You can always put it in here. If you think of anything, like you think I'm running lives and all these things, if I say that it's answered because we're answering it in the live, then you'll have to watch the live. But if it's not something I've covered, then it's good to get you asking questions even here, because I can say, oh, do you know what, I need to add that when I'm doing the live. Yeah, because I work for a lot of things and there might be things that I miss, and if you guys are putting it in there, then it's good. All right, yeah. Tracy's, so I thought she had a big question, but apparently it's a big funnel. Yeah, questions help others as well. So like all these things, we've been running 2 days, we've been running this funnel thing, and this is kind of my little way of sort of preparing you and getting you into the workshop. So get into zenler.co/wow. It's my little promotional bit to get as many users into it as possible. If you're live, you're live. If you can't make it, you still get all the information that comes with the automated email. So either way, it's good for you. Yeah, brilliant guys, thank you so much. I will see you all again soon. So hopefully that was I didn't mess up too much there. I will edit this video down. It will be compiled together and put into YouTube channel. I'll make sure that people that are on this now and people that hashtag replay, I will make sure that I send out, I will tag you when I put the post up and when I put the blog up, so that you can see that information. Some people like the blog's got screen captures in it going all the way through, so that'll help you as well. So I'll send all that out to you. Thanks for turning up on a Sunday, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Workshop on workshop, how we run lives here at Zenler. See you later guys, take care, have a good Sunday.